Hi boys and girls, today this video is to introduce or to review over your core vocabulary and your academic vocabulary for your lesson 6 lesson today. So your first word that we're going to discuss is generation, which is a noun. It is a group of people born and living at the same time. For example, you and your classmates, y'all are all part of you're all part of a generation. So it's a group of people living at the same time. The next vocabulary word is sacred. It's an adjective. It means holy or deserving of respect. So in the Mayan civilization time, they had temples and sculptures that they held that were very sacred. So it means that they felt it was very respectful, and they acted in a certain way when it came to those things because they were deserving of respect. The next vocabulary word is creation, which is a noun. It is the act of making something new. So, for example, when you take all of the ingredients of a cake, so the egg, the egg, the butter, the milk, and you mix it all together, you're making a new creation, which is a cake. So it's the act of making something new. Your next vocabulary word is vast, which is an adjective. It's large or great in size, amount, or extent. So some people would say that Houston is vast in size. It's a huge city. So that's an example of vast. Your next vocabulary word is nurture. It's a verb. It means to care for something or someone so that he or she flourishes. So, for example, your parents nurture you. They make sure that you're okay every day. They feed you, they laugh, they love you. So that is nurture. Your next vocabulary word is rigid, which is an adjective. It's stiff and inflexible. So it means maybe a really stiff chair or something, or a furniture that you can't really bend. It's kind of stiff and unflexible. That would be a rigid piece of furniture. So that's an adjective. That's an example of rigid. And your last vocabulary word is warp, which is a verb. It means to bend or bend or twist out of shape. So sometimes you can maybe bend a straw or a pen and warp it out of shape. So that's an example of warp, and it's a verb. So these are your academic and core vocabulary. I want you to write them down in your reading and writing journal. Make sure that you write an example, a sentence with them, and each using them in each example. And make sure that you boys and girls not only just use this as words and write it down, that you incorporate it in your everyday vocabulary, and when you're completing your assignments for math, reading, science, all of your contents in school, and just start implementing them into your everyday conversations. So continue to review over this video, write these down in your journal, and let's move on, and we're ready to journey into our new lesson.